Hello everyone, welcome back. It feels like ages ago I last filmed a video. Wasn't that long ago, but it does feel like it. But I'm back. Not long to go now until the big week or month of Eurovision, best time of the year. I can't believe how quickly it's come round. I keep saying that all the time, but I honestly can't believe, that 2021 was a year ago. Doesn't feel like it. Feels like a month or two ago. Um, and it's just getting more and more exciting, the lead up to it. It's going to be an unpredictable one, but such an exciting one. There is a lot of hype over this year for a few reasons, and I can't wait. There's a few videos I'd like to film before we get to the live shows, final predictions, my top 40 video, hopefully. And what I need to do now is give you my updated top 10 because I did my top 10 a few weeks ago and I did say this is probably not final. I'm changing my mind all the time and it probably will change, and it has. So I just wanted to go through my new top 10. It's not completely different, um, but there's a few things that have moved up and down. I've also got a new song in my top 10 that I've moved up that wasn't there before. Um, so yeah, I just want to go through this final top 10, hopefully. But like I've said before, after the actual live shows, it will definitely or most probably change all over again, like it always does. I've said a few times now that my mind is changing a lot this year. I'm always changing my ranking more than ever, it seems, but in a good way, because it means I can't make my mind up because I like so many of them. So it's a positive sign, but I found it more difficult than ever before to actually put these in order. You want about 18 songs in your top 10, so it's a strong year. It's a very good year. In my first top 10 that I gave you, I had Greece Die Together as my 10th place, and it's actually moved down one place to my number 11. But it's not a bad thing, it's because I've moved something up, which means it had to move down. But I wouldn't be surprised at all if when we actually see Amanda staging, well, first of all, it will go up in the odds if it's a good staging, and it probably will climb my top 10 again as well. And I still believe that Greece are a contender to win. I do, I think they are a potential winner. I think it's being very underrated. People are sleeping on it, I think. I wouldn't be surprised at all if the rehearsals come around and people actually start paying attention and start thinking, oh yeah, maybe Greece could win. Wouldn't be surprised at all. I think people have been underrating this a bit over the past few weeks and months. It could be a dark horse. I still stand by the fact that it could be a contender, something to watch out for, definitely. And I still really like the song, even though I had to push it down one place. Like I said, I'm sure it will move up again. So my number 10, and again, it's something else that I think could maybe get more attention as we get these rehearsals and when we actually find out the staging. It's Cyprus. This is something as well that could be a bit of a dark horse if done well, something that people could start paying more attention to, a little bit like Greece. Um, yeah, so it's always been in my top 10. I think I moved it down like one place. Um, I don't really need to say much more from my other video because a lot of these songs, they were in my top 10 anyway, and I've said why I like them. I've spoken about them. I don't really need to add more onto it. But yeah, I still really like Ella. I hope it's done well live. Not sure what they've got planned, but like I've said before, I really like the song. I like it's got more of that Greek element. I appreciate that. It's just really catchy, very nice. So I'm still a fan of Ella. So my number 9, and this is something that I do need to talk more about. It's something that wasn't in my top 10 originally. I moved it up about 4 or 5 places. It's the UK, Spaceman by Sam Ryder, My Country, in my top 10. There's a lot to talk about here. I felt like I wanted this in my top 10, and it keeps growing on me more. And yeah, it belongs in my top 10. There's so much to talk about here. I mean, I will talk about the song, but you have to talk about the UK and the hype that we have this year, which just grows more and more every day. It's just, crazy how far we've come, the turnaround we've had from getting absolutely nothing last year to being a contender, an actual contender. And I think the hype is growing more because over the past few days and weeks, we've had the voting from lots of online polls, jury polls like OGAE, the Euro jury is another one that I can't remember. And we, the UK, are in the top 5 of all of them. And that makes you think, that has to mean something. Like, this is not all for nothing. Like, it just makes you think more and more that this will actually do well. And that's why we, the UK fans, are getting really, really excited about this. You don't want to get too delusional, but the hype is real. This has to mean something. This will translate into jury points. The televote, you don't want to say too much about the televote. You don't know what's going to happen there, but the jury, like, yeah, this is bound to do well. And it's a very strange time to be a UK fan, because you're thinking, oh wow, like, people really like our song. Maybe we will actually do well. So not long out till we find out. But yeah, very strange time for us right now. And it's good to feel this way because, we deserve to be proud of our entry because there's so many good things about it. I mean, Sam Ryder himself, his personality, his whole aura is just so positive and happy. His charisma, his voice is like one of the best this year, actually. He's got an incredible voice. I've actually seen people compare him to Freddie Mercury. He's got that kind of voice. He's been doing so much promotion, performing in a lot of different countries. And yeah, the song itself, it keeps going on me more and more. It's just very anthemic, very nice meaning to it as well. The lyrics are very nice. Yeah, there's just something about it that it is. We've got a good one. We have got a good one. We should be proud. Will it climb even more for me? Maybe. Well, staging is something to look out for. We'll see what happens there. But yeah, it is very comfortable and very welcome in my top 10. My number 8 is Spain, Chanel, Slow Mo. Yeah, not much more to add on to what I've said before. It's always been in my top 10. Best Spanish entry in a while, I think, or it would be the best result in a while anyway. And like I said with Sam, she's been very consistent at the pre-parties or the performances she's done. She does it so well every single time. Love the choreography. Just the whole catchiness of the song. Um, and it's gonna do well, surely. My number 7 is Austria, Halo. Well, this is interesting because it was actually my number 3 originally, moved down a few places. I don't want to be too put off by the live performances that we've had at the pre-parties, which are a little bit concerning. Um, but I don't want to be too influenced by that because I'm basing it on the actual song, the studio version that you listen to. And, based on that, I still love Halo. Like, it's still one of my favourite upbeat songs of the year. It's still an absolute bop, and I still love it. So, it's not all because of the live performances haven't been that great. A lot of people are concerned, oh, does this mean they won't qualify? Maybe. We don't know. But, if I'm basing this on the actual song, then I still love that, and I still wanted to keep it in my top 10. And now we arrive at Norway, Subwoofer. I've always been such a huge fan of this. Absolutely love it. It's going to be an iconic moment, whether you like it or not. It is a standout moment. And I've talked about it before. I don't really know what else to say. I just love the whole ridiculousness of it, but it's just so good in just lots of different ways. The whole concept, it's just, so much fun, everything about it, and I can't wait to see how well they do, which I think they will do well. The fact I saw it live, like, I feel so honoured to have seen it live on stage. Just, oh, so good. I love it. It's so catchy. Yeah, but seeing it live in London, which is such an experience because, you've got these two wolves on stage with an astronaut DJ, and everyone's just loving it and chanting, yum, 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 yum. And you just go with it, yeah. So Norway, I love what you're doing. I'm a fan. I am a sub-cub, definitely. So top 5. We're here at my top 5. And my number 5, something that has climbed even higher. And it's a song I mentioned in my previous video, my first top 10. The song that's grown on me the most out of everything this year. And it's now in my top 5, and that's the Netherlands, De Diepte. Yeah, absolutely love this. Just the more that time goes by, the more I've grown to love it. One of my favourite Dutch entries ever. Yeah, probably second favourite Dutch entry after 2014. Just the style of it, I just love to listen to it. It just flows really nicely. Can't wait to find out what they do with the staging. Yeah, I hope they do well as well. I hope that she gets top 10 as well. Well, it is very popular, so hopefully. Yeah, I just love it. It's just quality, it is quality from the Netherlands, so good job. My 4th place is Frank's Fuleng. I'm just thinking, has this climbed, or it's always been in my top 5, so maybe it stayed the same at number 4. But yeah, again, absolutely love this as well, and I'm glad that I saw this live in London as well. It's the type of thing that I do like it is my kind of thing, like this whole spiritual, like a cult, because it is like a cult, the singing about dancing with the devil. So yeah, it is the kind of thing that I am drawn towards. I dance with the devil, so what? one of the best lyrics of the year, definitely. um, it's just, the fact of how different it is. It's just its own original thing. It's in Breton, um, very cultural, just so unique, and it's also a bop. And yeah, we love to see it. I love it. Hope it does well. Hope they can perform it live well, because sometimes when they do it live, it sounds a bit messy. I'm hoping they can, like, tidy everything up and keep it clean. I hope it runs smoothly and it's not too messy. But I love the whole concept of it. Love it. We love a Celtic banger. So, top three. Here we go. This is something that's been very consistent for me, always being at the top. One of my favourites, and it's Albania, Secret by Rangella. It's always been up there in my top three. I've been a fan right from the start, all the way back in December when we first heard the songs for Albania. And then the revamp makes it even more exciting. Like, it just adds even more to it. It's just the type of thing, you've got to turn the volume up and really hear that beat and those sounds. It's just such a bop, really is. Again, probably one of my favourite Albanian entries ever, maybe even my actual favourite ever. Yeah, I've spoken before why I like it, and that sums it up, really. The ethnic sounds, just that strong beat in general. I love it. This is where things get a tiny bit confusing. I've got two songs left, and I've been finding it difficult to figure out which one of the two is actually my number one, because I like them both and I keep changing them. I keep changing my actual winner. And to be honest, when I talk about these two songs, they're actually my joint favourite, like my joint winner, because I love them both equally. So it's hard. And I have put one above the other, but it could change again multiple times. For now, I'll say my number two is Ukraine, Stefania. And for a few days, this was actually my favourite. I put this as my number one. It's kind of changed again because I listened to Brividi and I realised how much I love Brividi as well. So it's hard, but they are definitely my two favourites this year. Stefania has very quickly become a new favourite of mine. Very quickly. I've always really liked it, and it's moved up even more in my top 10. And one of the reasons why it's become an actual favourite of mine is actually the live performances they've been doing at the pre-parties. Something about the live performance, especially Israel Calling, for me, it's that particular performance at Israel that gave me that winner vibe. It is the favourite to win. It could win. I'd be happy if it does. There's something about the live performance, especially the clapping at the end. It's got that special moment. It's going to be a special moment anyway. But yeah, there's something special about this, definitely. So catchy. That chorus is always in my head. I love the hip hop, the rap. Not sure what the juries will think of that, which is why you kind of think, will they win? I've said in my winners prediction video, the juries might not like this that much and might drag it down and might not let it win. I hope they do like it though, they could. Yeah, it's just really catchy. It does sound like a winner to me, it could happen, but I love it. Whatever happens, it's going to be a very, very special moment, definitely. So that leaves me with my favourite country in Eurovision. Italy, yet again, is my favourite. Yet again, for like the fourth year in a row. Wow. Amazing. Like, the power of Italian music is just too overwhelming. You just can't fight it. Just amazing yet again. Brividi gives me brividi. It gives me the chills. Stefania does as well, you know, in a different way, which is why they're both my favourites and both kind of my winners. But brividi, you know, it does what it says on the tin. It does give me goosebumps, and it gives me again that winner feeling. You know, this sounds like a winner to me, and I would love it if it wins, if they win again. Again, you know, that's another discussion. It could happen. I'm not sure if it will at the moment, but it's going to be up there definitely. Absolutely love it. Again, I've said before why I like it. It's Mahmood and Blanco together. The voices work perfectly. The chorus is very melodic, very catchy. I love that chorus. I also love, my favourite part actually of the song is the bridge. So before the final chorus, when everything builds up and then you get Blanco rapping, you hear the violins in the background, you know, those tempo changes, which I really like. You know, it's a ballad, but it's got these sort of upbeat moments as well, very contemporary, very anthemic as well. And again, this will be a special moment as well in that arena. It's going to really fill the arena. I love everything about it. It's just a beautiful Italian modern ballad. They both work so well together. And in Italian music, it just sounds good. Like, everything sounds good in Italian for some reason. It just does. And this is another good example of that. I just love it. Yeah, I mean, it does deserve to win, I think. Will it? I'm not sure. But Brividi, Stefania, two very high quality songs in different ways. I love them both. So there we go. That is my current top 10, how I'm feeling at this moment in time. A little bit different from my previous top 10. So I wanted to kind of let you know about these changes. But now I think that top 10 I just given you is quite solid. I think it will stay like that for now. But as always, after the live shows, after the performances, it probably will change again. We'll see. But, you know, every song in that top 10, and even the ones just outside my top 10, in my top 15, 18, I really like. So yeah, there we go. There's a few new songs that have crept up in my top 10. Most of them are the same, but just moved around a tiny bit. And you've got Italy, Ukraine at the top. Love them both. One of them could be a winner or maybe not, but they are definitely my favourites of the year. So let me know what you think, how different your top 10 is to mine. It would be good to know actually how many songs in my top 10 do you think will actually be in the real top 10. It could be a lot of them, I think, that will actually make it into the real top 10, but we'll wait and see. So thank you for listening. There will be more videos coming out soon before we get to the week of the semi-finals. I probably will do another kind of like final prediction video, just gathering all my thoughts, you know, before everything starts. I've also got a video coming out with another YouTuber, which is something I've never done before, so that's really exciting. So you'll find out about that very soon. But until then, thank you for watching. I'll see you very soon for a new video. Goodbye.